Hey, Travelers, we have got a treat for you today. I'm going to be talking with my colleague and good friend, Amanda, who has just returned back from the Riu Vallarta. It was recently renovated, so she took a bit out of her last vacation, a bit of time, and she went and checked it out. So we're going to talk to her about what she found out that resort is looking like these days. So welcome, Amanda. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me, and thanks for talking about all-inclusive resorts because I love all-inclusive resorts.
Yeah, now this was your first trip since COVID, wasn't it?
It was our first family trip. The last time I was in Mexico was November of 2019 at the Riu Palace, the Riu Baja Palace in Cabo. So on this trip, we were on a family vacation and I wanted to check out the renos at the Riu Vallarta. So away we went.
Yeah, I know you got a little bit of color, but maybe a little bit too much color the first day.
Yes, so I am quite fair skinned and normally I pre-tan, just a couple of tans just so that my skin doesn't turn like a lobster the first couple of days. And I think I've always pre-tanned, and I think with COVID going on, I forgot some of my pre-travel strategies. So I might actually make a video with you a little later on, and we'll talk about our pre-travel preparations.
But yeah, the first trip I took, it was definitely a little bit like, oh gosh, how do I do this again? So let's talk about the resort. Now, you were actually staying at the Hyatt Ziva Puerto Vallarta, which we're going to do a separate video on that altogether because I know you loved that resort. So what was the atmosphere like at the Riu Vallarta?
Depending on the pool that you were sitting by, there was a quieter pool. The swim up bar was kind of your adults only typical conversation. And then there was the active pool where they've got the water aerobics going on, a very large pool where most of the families were on another side of the property, as well as the little kids splash park, which my 10-year-old was too big for, but he did oblige and go down the slide for me just to check it out. And I think if I had toddlers, you'd probably be in that little splash park quite a bit.
Now, what about if you've had too much of being at that one pool? You did have exchange privileges with one of the other properties. Is that correct?
Yes. So you have exchange privileges at the Rio Jalisco for the daytime.
Yeah.
Rio Jalisco is, I felt a little bit of a younger vibe. Again, there was clients of all different ages there, but I definitely felt it was kind of a more young hipster type vibe. Lots of Instagram photos being taken. We could see, and there was children, but I feel like there was more children at our resort.
Okay,
at
interesting.
the Vallarta. The new style of the Rius is very crisp and clean, very minimal decor, which that's my style. So I really enjoy those rooms. Quite spacious, large bathroom areas, large shower areas. And those are things that I think are important, especially if you're traveling with a family. It's just nice to have that little bit of extra space. Well, Rius are known for their buffets. And I will say, I've seen several Rius and every buffet looks a little bit different, but they're all equally spectacular. The selections are, you almost walk around, I call it empty plate syndrome. You walk around the buffet, there's so many choices, but yet your plate is empty because you just don't know what to pick. So our family, we all have different tastes. So there was a little bit of sushi consumed. There was some pasta for my noodle monster. There was I think somebody had a hamburger, which I don't understand because we just had one at the pool, but no judgments. And I think I enjoyed some fresh salads, some fresh made guacamole, and some salsa. So it was great because whatever you felt like you could have for lunch on the buffet.
So healthy options as well as indulgent and everything in between.
Yes, salads, fresh trays of fresh fruits. I'm definitely missing the mangoes.
For sure.
Well, and the other thing too is for us, like if we get up in the morning, we have breakfast, go back to the room, get dressed in our bathing suit and go down to the pool for the morning. And then we don't really want to get dressed and go back to the room, get dressed, freshen up and go for a buffet lunch all the time. So what's really great about the Rius is that they have a snack bar, pretty American food. You've got your pizza, your hamburgers, your hot dogs, but then there's your nachos, your quesadillas. It changes a little bit every day, but it was great because it just gave you something to snack on. Nobody was hangry and you could enjoy some extended pool time, I felt. So they have little carts that are scooting around the pool with the cocktails for you. So your lazy butt didn't even have to get up and go to the bar.
Well, that's pretty cool. I like that when they bring the service right to you. Awesome. Now you've got a lovely picture of a beach in behind you. So tell me, what was the beach like at the Riu?
The beach is quite lovely. It's quite wide compared to some of the areas, in my opinion. And what's great is kind of the way the Riu is situated is it almost felt like there was a little bit of a cove on the beach for us. So there was a volleyball court that my teenager played volleyball for hours at. And the day we were there, they were also doing like a fiesta type day. So they had a mariachi band on a stage on the beach. They had a mechanical bull set up in the beach, cotton candy stations, just things that were so surprising for me to see on the beach per se, but it just created a really great vibe and a really great atmosphere and was really well decorated.
So what would you say is the perfect person for that resort?
So to narrow it down, I would say the Riu Vallarta would be that type of client that wants an active vibe, but at the same time, if they want to have their quiet space by the pool to read their Kindle or their paperback books, whatever they want, there's that space for them there. But it's definitely an active property, lots of entertainment, lots of people, and just kind of a little corner for everybody, if that makes sense.
Well, so not really restricted to any one segment, but really
No.
perfect for just about anyone.
And smart planning on their part, the little toddler splash area, that is not near the adult quiet pool.
Oh,
That was genius thinking, because I've seen
yes.
some resorts where I'm like, your kid's pool is literally 5 feet from the adult's pool.
Well, it sounds like you had a really good time.
Yes.
So thanks for sharing your experience with us from the Riu Vallarta. And we look forward to hearing about your trip from the Hyatt Ziva Puerto Vallarta. So stay tuned for that.
Excellent. Thanks so much, Christine.
All right. Well, thanks for tuning in, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on future videos. And in the meantime, just check out this video. This is one from a while back, but this is one of my most viewed videos. And this is of the Riu Palace, Mexico. And this is located in Playa Car on the Playa del Carmen area. And this is a video of the buffet. So you can see what Amanda was talking about. The unlimited choices are just amazing. So I hope you enjoy it and we'll see you on the next one.